Hello and welcome to the Reconciling Banks Helpful Hints video tutorial for ESILAW. Use the bank reconciliation feature to reconcile your bank statements and general ledger closing balances for all bank accounts each month. Reconciling bank accounts involves clearing checks and deposits that have cleared the bank, entering adjustments to the general ledger, and printing a detailed reconciliation worksheet that compares the adjusted bank balance with the adjusted general ledger balance. When the reconciliation is complete, you can automatically enter adjustments such as bank service charges to the general ledger. You can also save reconciliations to work on later. If you do not have experience reconciling banks, I strongly recommend that you take an accounting course on how to reconcile a bank so that you can learn the detailed concepts involved in the process. This will better help you to navigate ESILAW in resolving imbalances and accessing the necessary reports. It is also important to remember that bank statements display amounts opposite to your accounting software. Debits are, in accounting, positive amounts, and credits are negative amounts. On a bank statement, however, debits are negatives, and that they are checks reducing your bank balance. Credits on a bank statement are positives, and that they are deposits increasing your bank balance. This may sound confusing, but a credit to your firm is a debit to the bank and vice versa. You must understand how this works before you can proceed with reconciling banks. It is not necessary to reconcile your banks for the current month before beginning data entry for the next month. Unless your firm has online access to bank statements, most firms do not receive their bank statements until the following month. Depending on the bar association or law society in your area, you will be required to print a number of reports to attach to your bank reconciliations. These reports support the figures on the bank reconciliation worksheet and verify the balances on the client files. There are video tutorials describing each of these reports in detail, as well as the printing options. Reports required usually include an outstanding checklist, a bank journal or detailed journal listing, and, if you are reconciling a trust account, a trust listing by bank. Optional reports include a check register, cleared check register, and receipts journal. You may also be required to sign and date your bank reconciliation worksheet to confirm that a bank reconciliation has been completed within the time frame required by your bar association or law society. ESILAW has added a signature and date field on the bottom of the bank reconciliation worksheet if this is required in your area. Whether or not your bank reconciliation balances is often dependent on how the data is entered into ESILAW. Make sure that when you are entering checks, that the correct check numbers are being used and that multiple checks are not posted to the same check number. I also recommend that, whenever possible, you enter receipts from your deposit book. When the total at the bottom of the screen matches the total in your deposit book, click Post. ESILAW will update the bank reconciliation program and general ledger with a total deposit for the day the same way the bank will update your bank statement, and this will make reconciling easier. Direct deposit should be entered separately. If a bank reconciliation does not balance, there are a number of reasons as to the cause of the imbalance in addition to posting errors. The most common reasons are: number 1, the opening balance for the general ledger bank account does not equal to the reconciled balance for the previous month. This is caused by backdating transactions or posting year-end adjustments to your bank account. Number 2, the return checks from the bank do not match the cleared checks on the bank statement. A quick way to determine if this is a potential error is to clear your checks in the bank reconciliation program and if the total of cleared checks does not match the total debits on the bank statement, less non-check adjustments, then it is possible that the returned checks are missing a check. You can cross-check the returned checks with the bank statement to ensure that all checks have been returned. If there are errors on the bank statement, notify the bank immediately. I have also seen this error with banks that do not return checks but provide scanned copies of checks. Number 3, there is an error in the deposits posted to the bank statement compared to the deposits entered into ESILAW. A quick way to determine if this is a potential error is to clear your deposits in the bank reconciliation program, and if the total of cleared deposits does not match the total credits on the bank statement, less non-deposit adjustments like interest, then it is possible that there is an error in the deposits. Cross-check the deposits on the bank statement with the receipts on the detailed journal listing for the bank. If there are errors on the bank statement, notify the bank immediately. Number 4, were the checks and deposits cleared correctly? Number 5, are there transactions with incorrect dates? This includes transactions in the recurring charges, new adjustments, general ledger, and bank statement adjustment fields, as you can see here. Number 6, were checks returned by the bank due to insufficient funds? Number 7, are there unaccounted for credits or debits on the bank statement, such as revolving loan debits or credits, service charges, interest, automatic withdrawals, direct deposits, or debit or credit memos? And number 8, did the worksheet reflect any adjustments that you posted? If you find an error with either a check or a deposit, and you go to the corresponding posting program to correct the error, you need to close the bank reconciliation program first and then reopen it to refresh the worksheet with any changes that you have made. Don't worry, as the bank reconciliation will not lose any changes you have made up to this point, such as clearing checks and deposits and recording adjustments. Do not post your adjustments until after you have printed your worksheet. There can be dozens of reasons why a bank does not balance. It does help to review the checks and deposits separately and to take your time. Thank you for watching the Reconciling Banks Helpful Hints video tutorial.